Everyone knows what a Pokemon ability is, right? It provides some sort of help to the Pokemon in or outside of battle, and almost every Pokemon has one or two normal abilities and one hidden ability. Now with that said, not every ability is useful to its Pokemon, and some are just so bad that they make the Pokemon completely useless, so today we're going to be looking at 10 of the worst Pokemon abilities we can find. Before I start, keep in mind that this list contains abilities that are exclusive to some Pokemon, maybe one or two, and they're all just based around my opinion, so if you guys disagree or feel that just narrowing it down to exclusive abilities isn't nice, of course make sure you guys leave your own list down below in the comment section. But with that being said, let's get started. Starting off the list, we have the ability Illuminate. So unless you actually want to run into a lot of wild Pokemon, this ability completely sucks. If you forgot to stock up on repels when you're entering a route and have a Pokemon that leads your party with the ability Illuminate, the rate at which you encounter Pokemon is increased by 100%. That is crazy considering me personally, I hate running into wild Pokemon non-stop, leaving this ability at least at number 10 because you can always stock up on repels and it doesn't really sound that bad. Next up at number 9, we have the ability Leaf Guard. Now when it comes to this ability, for me personally, it just goes kind of 50-50, but basically what it does is when the sun is up, a Pokemon with Leaf Guard cannot be inflicted with status conditions, so it can't be paralyzed, it can't be burned, or put to sleep, and so on. But if you don't have the move Sunny Day or another Pokemon with Drought, the ability just becomes completely useless. And even if you do have Sunny Day, why would you go for it instead of going for another move that will make your Pokemon's stats more powerful? In my opinion, Leaf Guard just seems more of a handicap than a benefit to the Pokemon, leaving it at number 9 just because of its effect in the sun. Now this ability is only available for 3 Pokemon, but number 8 is Truant. Basically, this ability lets the Pokemon Slackoth, Slacking, and Durant attack every other turn. And yes, I said Durant, it's its hidden ability, but do you know what can happen in those every other turn? You can just kill the Pokemon, you can set up, you can heal, you can do anything, and it will like be loafing around. So in a nutshell, this ability just sucks and make fighting Norman's Slacking much easier even when at a low level. This one is where the bullshit starts. This ability is only available to Archean and Archeops, but in the number 7 spot, we have the ability Fetus, which basically lowers Archean and Archeops' attack and special attack in half when its HP is below 50%. It's basically a pile of garbage if you can't take out the other Pokemon before that happens, or unless you have a Citrus Berry on it to save the day, you're just gonna be stuck with a weak Mon at lower than half health. Speaking of being useless, number 6 is the ability Plus and Minus. Yes, we're gonna share those two because they work the same way in a sense. Now, if a Pokemon has the ability Plus, he powers up the special attack of a Pokemon that has the Minus ability and the other way around. So that means that it only works in double battles. You're probably gonna need 2 electric types because they're the only types that can have this ability. And let's just take a moment to realize that most of the game are in single battles. So in a nutshell, the ability sucks unless you're willing to capture 2 electric types with those abilities for just a couple of double battles. Coming in at number 5 is the ability Slow Start, which is exclusive to Regigigas. Slow Start halves the attack and speed of Regigigas for 5 turns. The idea of a Pokemon being legendary is supposed to be because it's strong, but with the ability Slow Start, you can probably just kill Regigigas in an instant, and heck, when you encounter it in Pokemon Platinum, it's level 1, so you're gonna need to use False Swipe to try and catch it. But that's not the issue here. Considering Regigigas is a legendary Pokemon, the ability Slow Start just makes it so unfair for it compared to the other legendaries. Although I understand it's been in a long slumber and you had to collect all the Regis for it, but Slow Start for a legendary Pokemon like Regigigas really seems unfair, making it at number 5 today. The next ability is another exclusive one, this time to Skitty and Delcatty, with a little bit of benefits, but at the same time it doesn't really help out as much. Number 4, we have Normalize, which literally turns every move into a normal type attack. So if you have Thunderbolt, it's a normal type. Ice Beam, it's also a normal type. Now I'm gonna admit it, it's good if you're gonna have something like Thunder Wave because you'll be able to paralyze ground type Pokemon, but at the same time you can't hit it on a ghost type because they're gonna be immune. Now the stab is great and all of that, but Delcatty actually needs a coverage of moves because its stats suck. So having a lot of normal type moves doesn't really help it out. The next ability is so weird and I honestly wonder why it even exists. Number 3 today, we have the ability Klutz. Now Klutz is a weird one because it makes the Pokemon with the ability unable to use items. Yeah. Why? Most items are really helpful to Pokemon and can boost their stats or HP, but having Klutz as a whole just prevents that and takes it away. I don't have anything else to say about it other than it really sucks, and I honestly really wonder what benefits it even has. Coming in at number 2 today, we have the Moody ability. Moody increases a random stat by 2 stages and lowers another random stat by 1. Let's say you're a physical attacker with Moody and keep getting your defense or any other stat that you really don't need raised and your attack or speed lowered. Obviously, that's not gonna be a good time. I get that the stat you prefer may get raised, but it's random every turn and it might get lowered the next time. So having Moody is just really luck based, and that's why it's so high up on the list at number 2 today. The last ability on this list, and the worst one in my opinion, is exclusive to one Pokemon only, being Darmanitan and his hidden ability Zen Mode. Now Zen Mode can be cool because it relates to the region, being at the entrance of the Relic Castle and gaining the Psychic type. Okay, that's just you. But it's just terribly awful because when Darmanitan's HP drops below half, it goes into Zen Mode and you're just stuck in battle with a statue that can't even attack. So in a nutshell, you're better off just giving it sheer force because you're gonna be kept with a statue that's completely useless until the battle ends, and it doesn't even do anything, unlike Archeops. So that's why Zen Mode takes number 1 as the worst ability out there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this top 10, make sure to leave a like as it is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe to not miss a video. If you guys haven't already, you can click the annotation on screen to take you to my previous top 5 on my favorite fossil Pokemon. But other than that, thank you so much for watching again. I've been Relic, and I'll see you all next time.